Hey guys, welcome back to another part of the zombie apocalypse series. So today is episode 20, which is actually insane to me. I cannot believe we made it this far. I did not think we were going to get to episode 20 in this series, so I'm so happy and so grateful for you guys for still supporting this series. So the last episode, we obviously had the birth of Adelyn's baby, Halo, and it was a very crazy episode. A lot happened, including the death of Hazel. So if you missed that, make sure you watch it because it is definitely the most important episode so far. Like I say, so much happened, and I also did it as a premiere, and I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on that because it was so much fun, like sitting there and like chatting with you guys, and you were all so lovely. And I think there was like 350 people watching, which is like actually insane to me, so thank you so much for that. I had so much fun doing it. I definitely want to do that for maybe some future episodes that are a little bit more dramatic, but yeah. So as I said in the last episode, not only did Adalynn give birth to baby Halo, but also Hazel did die. I'm not gonna lie, I did not realize this, but I've got Hayden, Halo, and Hazel. Like, how did I do that? I don't even know. Apparently I love hay names. I never knew that personality trait about myself, but apparently I love hay names. But anyways, so you guys liked the name, which I'm really happy about because I was really nervous about the name because I didn't know if you guys would think it was like kind of a more unique name, which obviously it is. But my whole reason as well for that, which I didn't mention in the last episode, is that Halo, like I say, it's more unique and it's very different, and I'd never heard a person be called Halo before, and I felt like because Adalynn wants to be like this celebrity, obviously she's during the apocalypse, so she can't really be a celebrity, but because she wanted to be a celebrity, I feel like that's a name that she would want to pick because like people like Kim Kardashian and stuff, they don't use like very common baby names. I feel like that's what she wanted to do, and therefore that's why baby's called Halo. Anyways, here is Adalynn. As you can see, not gonna lie, I think she's about to pee herself. Yeah, 16 minutes, that's great. She's not doing great in terms of like her feelings down here. What are they called? Her needs. That's it. I knew that. God, how long have we been playing this game for? That's quite embarrassing. But she is very happy. She's got a new baby. No moment in Sim's life is more joyous than the birth of a child. Then again, it did seem quite painful, so maybe that's a little bit both, I would say. Feeling close to someone, she's made a good friend, and obviously a new baby as well. Oh, the warm water felt amazing to give birth in, and Adalynn is so grateful that everything went well. All her pain and worries went away the moment she saw her baby. Oh, that's so cute. So as you can see, we are in here right now. I've changed the bath back to what it was, which is just the bath, hence the name bath. And Miles, babes, can you go pee? I'm sorry, everyone needs to pee real quick. I don't think Adelynn's gonna make it. I severely doubt that she will be able to get over here in time. Come on, babes, you've got 14 minutes. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh my god, why are you going that way around? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You made it. Oh my god, genuinely thought she was gonna pee herself. I thought that was gonna be a great start of this episode. So this will probably be a bit of a slower episode because obviously last episode was so dramatic. I kind of want to just like play the game. I kind of want to have a little bit of fun and just play the game as is. Hopefully you guys don't mind that too much, but of course we are going to go check on the baby. Crying baby. Oh god. Okay, good start. What do we do? Maybe feed it, maybe breastfeed. I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to bottle feed because what are we gonna bottle feed with? You know, I don't think that there's anything that we could possibly bottle feed with. Oh my god, that was a long pee, babe. She's been in there for so long. Good lord. Oh, is this done now? Oh, it's still damp. Oh good lord. Honestly, without Hazel being here, it's gonna be really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought that no one would be that upset about Hazel dying, and I say that with love, okay? I say that with love, but like I honestly didn't think it would be that big of a deal, and I didn't really think that it was gonna be so sad for you guys until like I watched the episode back and I low-key was like basically crying myself. But I honestly didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. I think it's probably because, you know, I am used to horror movies and stuff where they kind of kill off people quite willy-nilly, you know? Next thing you know, someone else is dead kind of thing. So, oh, the baby doesn't actually need food. Okay, well, sorry Adalynn, I got that wrong. But yeah, I think like because I'm kind of used to like zombie apocalypse stuff where they just kill off like everyone, I didn't realize that Hazel's death was gonna be such a big deal for you guys, so I apologize for that. Honestly, I did not realize, and then I was watching the episode with you guys and I was thinking, oh wait a minute, this might be quite traumatic to watch, and it was very traumatic to watch. I'm very sad about it. Honestly, it was so sad the way she got dragged out the window, and that's such a horrible way to go. But I think that, like I said, she knew it was the right thing to do, was to go. She knew to let go because she knew that the baby needed that, and Adalynn needed that, and everyone here needed that. The only thing I wish is that she would have just about met the kid because she just about missed out on meeting her, and that really sucks. So Adalynn, maybe just come. What are you doing? She wants to go judge decor. What decor? What are you judging right now? I really want to know what you're going all the way outside. I know you don't know much about babies, okay, but I feel like that's not maybe like maybe don't leave the baby alone already, okay? So Kristen and Miles were in here. Obviously, you know, they brought the baby in from the bath in here, and they obviously just like helped clean up the baby and whatever. But now like these two are just basically just like over the baby, like, oh my god, this is a thing that just happened. I just had a baby. Oh my god. And I think Aries freaking out as well. Maybe less so, but kind of still freaking out, especially with everything that she had to deal with the day before. So, well, not even the day before, the night before. It wasn't even like a whole day, you know, but they are just freaking out at the baby and they are just like staring at the baby, and it's so cute. And both of them are just holding this little blob. Sorry, that's mean, but I mean, come on. It is a blob, isn't it, really? Like, they don't even give them more than like 12 pixels. Like, it's kind of rude. But Kristen and Miles are like smiling and they're like, oh, yeah, this is cute. I mean, Kristen doesn't really like babies that much, but still, it's cute, you know, and this is cute. We're just gonna go outside, okay? Leave you guys to it real quick. So these two are just gonna head out into the kitchen and maybe just come sit down here next to Nico, who honestly is feeling really tense right now. Partially just because they really want to be outdoors, but also obviously because, you know, Hazel and just everything really. But to be fair, the fact that Erin made it back made them so happy because they were so worried about Erin and the fact that she was in town, and they thought they were gonna have to go there and look for her and it'd be this whole ordeal, and they don't even know where she is, so it'd be very difficult to find her. They kept thinking like, what if, you know, what if the worst has happened? But thankfully when Erin made it back, Nico saw her and Nico was like, oh my god. They were so happy to see Erin. It was probably a little bit sad that Erin just ran right into the bathroom to see Adalynn. I mean, they understand it because obviously, you know, Adalynn was giving birth and like, you know, it was like right at the last second and Erin wanted to be there. But Nico did feel a bit sad when they just watched Erin just run through and go straight into the bathroom rather than even saying hi to them. But, you know, they kind of understand it, you know, they get it, but it kind of still hurts a little bit. So as they've come outside, Kristen kind of looks over to Miles and kind of like pulls him aside a little bit and just like kind of whispering a little bit. Obviously they want to make sure that Adalynn doesn't hear what they're saying. But Kristen's just like, Miles, what are we gonna do about telling Adalynn about Hazel and Erin as well? Neither of them know about anything that happened with Hazel, and she's gone, you know, and they're gonna notice at some point that she's gone and that she's not here, and they're gonna ask some questions when she's not looking at the baby, which, you know, she wanted to do. So we've got to tell her. And Miles is just like, well, we can't tell her yet, right? This is like a really great time for her with the baby and everything went fine, and telling her about this while she's got baby, and it just seems wrong. I don't know. And Kristen just says, you've seen movies and TV shows, Miles, okay? That never works for anyone. Whenever you don't tell someone something right away and then they find out later on from someone else, disaster always strikes, okay? And I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should just go tell her, right? Just tell her the truth now. I mean, she's so happy about the baby and with Erin here, like whatever. So, I mean, surely that'll be like a good time. We'll kind of like break it a little bit. We'll make it kind of cushion the blow a little bit. And Miles is just like, I know, okay? I know that it'll probably make things worse if we don't tell her now, but we just can't tell her right this second, okay? Just try to avoid the subject. You barely speak to her anyways, okay? Just don't mention it. Just talk about the baby and how cute it is, which I know you're not very fond of babies, but still, you know, I don't know, talk about the cuteness of the eyes or something, and I'll tell her soon enough, okay? And Kristen just kind of slowly nods and like looks at the ground and just like, whatever you say, Miles, but on the inside she really doesn't want to do this. She knows that like if this was the other way around and if she was keeping something from Kristen, that would be worse, like if she found out about it later on, like she's gonna have to find out no matter what. So why does it make any odds if she just finds out now? At least this way she won't have to feel like we lied to her. But obviously Kristen isn't that close to Adalynn at all, but she is close to Erin, so it's gonna be harder to lie to Erin about this. She's thinking maybe I could tell Erin and tell Erin not to tell Adalynn, but she also knows that those two are really close and that they kind of have this like weird thing where they kind of know each other's emotions quite well. So I feel like she'll just find out no matter what. So she's not happy about this decision, but even though she normally tells Miles what to do, in terms of Adalynn, he definitely knows more about her than Kristen does. So during the conversation between these two, Nico's gone ahead and come into the corner of the room where Tio is still sat on the floor. He went out to have a nap before, but then he came back in about a couple of hours ago when the baby was still giving birth. When the baby was still being born, and he's just been sat in the corner, his ears covered and his eyes covered, and he doesn't want to hear anything or see anything of the sorts because he just doesn't want to see anything, okay? He just doesn't want to see anything. Low-key, even the mod was a little bit too much for me, okay? And I'm not even there, you know what I mean? So Nico just taps Tio on the shoulder, and Tio just gets up, turns around, and he's just like, oh my god, is it over? Thank god, okay? I did not want to see any of that. Please tell me it's all gone and done and the baby's there or whatever, and I don't have to see anything, okay? Please tell me that's the truth, okay? And Nico's gonna kind of just like take a deep breath in. They looked kind of sad when they walked over, and they're kind of just like, Hi, Tio. Tio, I need to tell you something, okay? Look, when Adalynn was having her baby, you know, giving birth and whatever, and Tio's like, oh my god, I don't need to know the details, okay? And Nico's like, okay, but when Adalynn was, you know, the baby was coming, right? She was screaming like a lot, you know? She was really screaming and making a lot of noise because it was painful, and the zombies, they heard the screams, you know, and they came over to the cabin because they heard screaming, and they came over, and Tio, they got Hazel. And Tio just stares over at Nico. His face slowly drops from a smile, his lips quivering, and Tio just slowly starts to cry as he says, she didn't deserve that. How could someone else die on me? It doesn't make any sense. She was amazing. I was speaking to her just yesterday, and she was funny, and she was nice, and how does that happen? How does this keep happening? And Nico knows that all Tio needs right now is a big hug. Okay, what? For goodness gracious, this. Why does Tio hate hugs? Do you not like? Is it something about? Do you not like some? I can't work it out. Oh, he doesn't like physical intimacy. Okay, well, in this situation, babes, I feel like this is the time that you might want physical intimacy. Just a hug, okay? It's just okay. There we go. Nico knows that the best thing to do is to just pull Tio in for a hug as he just cries onto their shoulder. He is just crying into them as they are sat down. He's not really making out words right now. Nothing's really coming out of his mouth that makes any actual sense that Nico can make out. But Tio is just sobbing right now. You know, he's lost Bo. He hasn't coped with Bo's death because he thinks that the goddamn horse is a reincarnation of Bo. But also now to lose someone else that he just got to know and just started feeling close to yesterday is just heartbreaking for him. And it feels like everyone around him that's like a more parental figure just keeps dying, and he doesn't understand why that's the case. And he just doesn't know how to deal with that and how to understand why this is happening. And Nico is really trying not to cry. Like, honestly, they are so confused lately because they have been crying too much. Like, they just don't cry ever. This is just so weird for them, but they are just really trying not to. They can feel their eyes starting to fill up, and they're just like, no, okay, I don't want to cry. I make Tio cry and everyone cry. Ugh, okay, okay. And Nico's just like, Tio, okay, I know that this really sucks, okay? I know that, and I know that this is a lot to deal with right now, and it's very overwhelming for you. Oh, okay, apparently Nico is self-absorbed. I mean, I don't actually agree with that, so no. Anyways, but Adalynn's baby is in there, okay? And she's kind of cute for a baby. Like, I mean, you know me, okay? But like, she's kind of a cute one, you know? You should go see her, okay? Like, you should go in there and see her and see that this is a brand new person and someone you can look after, you know? Like, this is really cool, okay? I think that Adalynn would really appreciate it if you went in there and saw the baby, okay? And on the one hand, Tio doesn't really want to go in there because he doesn't want to have to face Adalynn, because he feels like if he sees Adalynn, he's just gonna cry even more because of Hazel, and like, it just feels like a lot. But on the other hand, he's thinking that Adalynn probably needs him, so he is gonna go in. So Tio goes ahead and walks into the bedroom with tears still rolling down his cheeks as he looks over and he sees the baby sleeping in the crib. I don't know where they got that clothes from, okay? Let's I don't really get it. It's fine. And he just looks over the baby and looks over at Adalynn and Erin, who are sat on the bed. Okay, apparently they're gonna sit. Okay, well, they're technically still sat. Who are sat on the bed and they're just chatting to one another, and they've got big smiles on their faces because they constantly keep looking over at the baby. Like I said, they're low-key freaking out, but like, yeah, okay, maybe high-key freaking out, but okay, especially Adelynn's high-key freaking out. But more than anything, she's kind of just like, oh my god, I just pushed this thing out of me. That is insane. So Adalynn looks over at Tio as he walks in, and Adelynn's like, oh, look, Halo, look, okay? I know that you're asleep right now, okay, Halo, but look right now, okay? This is Tio. He is like awesome, okay? He is like next level awesome. He is so cool, and I think you two are gonna get on really well, okay? Because he's really cool, okay? And I know I've said cool quite a lot, but that's because he is really cool, okay? And like, I mean, if you're gonna say any first word, oh my god, do you mind? We're playing tennis right now, and if you want to say any first word, it'll probably be cool, because I've said cool quite a lot, but like, he is really cool, okay? He is really cool, really awesome, and I think you two are gonna get along very well. And Tio walks over to sit by them, and he looks over at the baby as he starts to cry again. He's feeling a lot of feelings right now, you know? I think I'm alright. I am right, thank you. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate the offer. Don't really know if I'd want that person to take care of the baby. And Adalyn's just like, she's cute, right? Like, I definitely got a good one here, okay? She's really cute. She's like a little, like, potato or something. Is that mean to say? Is that mean to say she's maybe? Erin, is that mean? And Erin just sort of, like, laughs and she's just like, oh, maybe a little bit. So Adalynn just continues and she's like, okay, maybe not potato. What about, like, I don't know, like a sprout? That also feels kind of mean. I don't know. She's just like a little blob, you know? I don't really know what else. A blob! That's kind of cute, right? That's kind of a cute way of phrasing it. She's like a little blob. She's like my little blob. She's like a little thing, like a little blob. I don't know how else to phrase it other than she's just a bit of a blob, isn't she? But she's a really cute blob, and she's my little blob, and she's a really cute blob, okay? Okay. And Erin's like, okay, maybe stop saying the word blob, okay? Maybe call the baby by the name Halo. And Alan's like, oh yeah, no, of course, Halo, not a blob. Halo the blob. That's kind of funny, isn't it? Well, anyways, Tia, why are you crying? I know that, you know, the beautifulness of Halo is kind of overwhelming for most people, most, you know, regular people like us. You know, she is like pretty up there. You know, she's very angelic. I know that, you know, hence the name. But I promise she's just like all of us at heart, okay? I can tell. And, you know, there's nothing to be overwhelmed about. She's just, you know, she's just a baby. She's just a baby. Just a really, really cute one. And a really, really good one. Because, you know, well, not too much horrific, but like, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? By the way, that was a joke. Adalynn was joking about that. Before anyone says in the comments, she's very self-absorbed. She's not really, okay? That was a joke. She was being sarcastic. Taylor? Who's Taylor? Oh my god. This is, no. Tio just comes over to sit next to Adalynn on the bed and he just grabs onto her. He's kind of like resting his head kind of just like on her neck here. His face is just right against her. Honestly, he's really bad at not crying because he's once again crying. Adelynn's just like, okay, I know that I had a baby or whatever, but okay, it's kind of weird, but sure. And Tio just says, Halo, like Hazel, right? That's I love that. I love that a lot. That's really cute, Adalynn. That's so nice to say for her. And I'm gonna miss her so much, you know. I'm really gonna miss her. And Adalynn just jumps back and she's like, miss her? What do you mean miss her? Like, she's fine. She why would you miss her? Because she's literally fine. She's just she was just, well, I mean I haven't seen her in a little bit, but she was just getting water for the bath and then she just left for a second because she was just doing stuff for the baby and why is she missing the baby's birth? She did say she was going to be there and she was going to help me through it. So why is she missing it? And this doesn't this doesn't make sense. Like, why did she miss it? And why isn't she here to see the baby? She promised that she would. And Tio just looks at her as he is just sobbing even more now. And Adalynn just stares over him as she starts to think about the fact that Hazel wasn't there. And it doesn't make sense that she wasn't there. And she's just like, no. She was just getting stuff for me and Halo. She wouldn't be. She never met her, and there doesn't. She missed it. She missed it. How does this make any sense? She was just fine, and she was just went out to get something else. I don't understand how this has happened because she was just there. She's never even. The baby? She meant to see the baby, and she meant to help me with the baby, and now she's not. But she was just there. And Erin just grabs on to Adalynn as Adalynn and Tio are both stood crying, and they don't even know what's happened or how this happened or anything, but they know that Hazel's gone. And Erin is just like really trying not to cry right now, but it's definitely getting harder not to when these two are feeling so much. So a lot of you guys thought in the comments of the last episode that Adalynn was gonna name the baby Hazel, but obviously the reason she didn't is she had no idea about Hazel. They didn't tell her as she was giving birth. The name Halo has worked out wonderfully because not only does it sound like Hayden, but it also sounds like Hazel. So it works out well in so many different ways, but it wasn't intentional for Adalynn to name the baby after Hazel. But now that she knows that Hazel's gone, and now that this really happy day where the baby was born fine and, you know, the baby's here and nothing went wrong, that unfortunately left. Now, obviously, Tio did not know not to tell Adalynn. Like, Miles did not want to tell Adalynn yet, but unfortunately, Tio kind of just gave it away and, you know, he didn't know. So, this is not good. I think that everyone needs to just get their needs together. I don't know if Adalynn and Tio are going to do a great job of doing that, to be totally honest with you guys, because they are just both feeling so crap right now. And Adelynn's not only got to focus on herself now, but also on the baby, Halo. And I don't even know how this is going to turn out. Adalynn is just feeling so many feelings. She's got the happiness, but she's also got the sadness, but she's also knackered. And she also needs to eat. And she's also really happy about Halo being born, but she's also so sad about Hazel. She also doesn't know the fact that obviously obviously the reason Hazel died was basically because of Adalynn in a way, because she was screaming so much. And obviously it's understandable she was screaming so much, you know, she was literally giving birth. But, you know, that is kind of one of the reasons. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that everyone is just feeling their feelings right now. And so no one's going to really talk to each other for the rest of the day. No one really wants to because they don't know what to say to one another as they're going around the cabin. All they can think about is Hazel because, you know, this is her house. You know, this was her cabin and they're looking at everything, and the cans that they had remind them of Hazel. And then you've got the fireplace with the attic that reminds them of Hazel, and the radio, which Erin did end up getting the batteries for. So we have the batteries for the radio, but also no one really wants to think about doing that right now. So Erin is going to just go ahead and harvest all of this stuff because Adalynn is really hungry right now and she's going to bed. Honestly, I'm not even sure if Tio might join. I mean, Erin hasn't even told anyone else about what happened in town. You know, she kind of just came back here, but like I say, none of them are really talking right now. So maybe that's a conversation for another day. It just feels not the right time to be discussing that right now. Although I will say, I think that Nico would definitely be happy to see Erin. As much as they're both feeling really upset right now, Nico is still gonna come over and hug Erin the minute they see her after the birth. And they're just looking at Erin and they're just like, I'm so sorry, Erin. Okay, I don't even know what happened. We were in town and then we thought that you came with us, right? And then you hadn't, and we looked behind and then we got back to the cabin and we hadn't noticed that you weren't there. And we looked around and then you weren't there. Then Adalynn went into labor and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we should go after come back for you. I promise I would have gone back and got you, but it just, a lot happened. And I'm really rambling right now, aren't I? I'm sorry. You talk, obviously you talk, not me. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I would have done without you. Never mind. Let's move on to something else. How was it? How did you get back? Was it okay? And zombies? Was there attacks or anything? And Erin just looks at Nico and she's just like, you know, I'll tell the story another time, okay? But I'm here and that's all that matters. And you honestly don't have to be sorry about everything that happened. I get it, okay? And I'm pretty glad to see you as well, you know? And it's kind of funny because Nico just walked off and I like to think that they were just really awkward. They kind of don't really like saying their feelings that often. Like the fact that they were feeling so many things right now that they were rambling to the point of Adalynn level was very weird for them, and they definitely feel like a little bit awkward that they just kind of said that, so they're just gonna go to bed. Adalynn, babes, I literally told you to go to bed. What are you doing right now? I know you're hungry. Actually, to be fair, Erin, I know we got some food. Yeah, you can have like a tomato and maybe a carrot. Go ahead and eat that, babes, but I think it's best for you to just honestly head to bed. It's been one hell of a night for Adalynn. It also looks so weird that she hasn't got a pregnancy bump anymore. Like, I don't know what it was, but like her bump was such an iconic part of her, and it just feels weird now that it's not there. But everyone's kind of sleeping at different times. We're kind of turning very like nocturnal at this point. It's 3 p.m. and Adelynn's going to bed. I think Tio is like wide awake. Then we've got Nico who's knackered, Erin who's wide awake. Honestly, Erin slept in the tent the night before, so Erin probably has the most sleep out of everyone, but she's also more so just like the adrenaline kind of kicked in, you know? But let's just go ahead and harvest everything we can to try and get some food for everyone. But I think that today is just going to be one hell of a day of kind of sadness mixed with happiness. It's a real weird vibe around here right now. Oh no. Congrats on the new addition to the family. Oh man. Oh, Adalynn, you can't even get a good night's sleep because you just got the constant baby crying. Oh god. It's also like so snowy outside now. It's freezing. I don't know what the weather's like tomorrow. Is that a blizzard? Don't say that's a blizzard. That looks like a blizzard to me. Oh no, it's just snow. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna have a blizzard next week or anything, but I mean, when is it gonna not be winter anymore? Okay, we have like quite a while. A little bit longer than I would have hoped. Also, low-key forgot about the horse. My bad. Tio, can you like brush the horse and like calm it down and stuff? Really apologize. Really do apologize. Oh no, Bo's not. Oh god, how hungry are you right now? Starved after 20 hours. Okay, Erin, maybe put some food in here for everyone. Thankfully, we've got a hell of a lot of carrots now, so that's good. Erin also managed to get some different food from the town, so hopefully that'll also be helpful for us all. You have to eat so many of these. It's actually insane, and their diets must be so bad right now as well. Like, to have to not eat anything that's like actual like food, you know? Like, this is just, I mean, it is actual food, but you know what I mean? It's just carrots and tomatoes. Like, it's not any nutrition other than that, so I can imagine that this would be making them quite tired if I had to guess, like not having sugar and protein and stuff. I'd say it'd be quite difficult to survive off of this, so I don't even know, man. This is so disastrous. I did say that because Hazel's death, like I said, this is gonna be a more slow episode. Oh, also quick news. I've decided to cap this series at 25 episodes. We are on currently episode 20, so there will be another 5 episodes after this, and then that will be the end of the season. I'm not sure if there will be another season. I haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna do a whole of the zombie apocalypse season 2, or if I'm gonna take the baby and do a whole kind of different series with a different concept. I'm not entirely sure yet, but you guys will, you know, be the first ones to know. So I just thought I'd let you know, 25 episodes is going to be the cap. I felt like that was the best time because if you think in a lot of TV shows, like say Grey's Anatomy, for example, a lot of the times they have like 24 episodes per season. So I felt like 25 was a good stopping point. So hopefully that is okay with everyone. And I just thought I'd let you know. Honestly, Nico, just go to bed, babes. Or actually maybe have a bit of food first and then go to bed. Adelynn's asleep in the bath. Oh, good God. Oh, good God. Get out of the bath. Oh my God, Adalynn. Jesus Christ. Do not do that. Oh my God. Honestly, most people are asleep right now. You got Miles who's in the bath who's kind of trying to stay awake for everyone because he doesn't want everyone to be asleep at the same time. And he's also like kind of worried about the baby. Like he doesn't want to intrude. Oh my God, not a nappy on the floor. I never considered that. That's really bad. I don't think, do we even have a bin? Okay, we have a bin, thank God. He kind of doesn't want to intrude on Erin and Adalynn, and like he wants to make sure that like Adalynn gets some sleep, but also he kind of wants to check on her, but he also doesn't want to check on her. Like he wants to check on her, but like not wake her up or anything. He just, you know, wants to make sure she's doing okay. He kind of feels a little bit responsible, obviously, with the baby because he helped to deliver the baby. Honestly, it was a very stressful time for him, so I can see why he's very tired right now and why he probably just needs some rest. Might go ahead and move the baby somewhere. I don't know where to put the baby. Maybe here actually would be the best bet. I don't know, it's kind of difficult to figure out where to put her. I'm sorry, I just don't know where to put you, babes. Literal babes. Oh my God, I never even thought about that. Like babes, because it's a babe. Also, I mean, I guess at least Erin's been upgraded to this bed, I guess, now that Hazel's gone. Oh God, that sounds bad. Also, we somehow got the rebate day thing. That's really great for us. I only just noticed that was there. We're gonna end that holiday. Honestly, I did not realize that, but apparently we all got a successful day. Good on you. Oh no, the baby. Okay, you know what? He's just gonna be like, okay, Adalynn, go back to bed. Okay, I got this. I can do this. Even though he is absolutely knackered, he is gonna take care of the baby. And low-key, like he's never really been, you know, interested in having kids or anything. Well, maybe he has, but he's never like fully considered it until this point, I guess. But like seeing this baby is kind of making him really happy, and like he just kind of wants to take care of the baby. He's like, oh Adalynn, don't worry, I'll do it. Like, I guess I'll do it. But in reality, he's like, oh, you're like a cutie, aren't you? You're a cutie. So he is kind of enjoying this and taking care of little Halo, which is very, very, very adorable. Love that for them. And everyone is asleep. Thank God. Honestly, they went to bed. All of them went to bed at like 8 p.m., which is like, which makes a lot of sense. Don't, oh my God, the baby's crying again. I forget how annoying babies are in The Sims 4 until I play with babies in The Sims 4. And then I remember how annoying babies are in The Sims 4. And I regret ever having a baby in The Sims 4 because they are really annoying. And I do say it with love partially, but more than anything, I say it with annoyance because like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Maybe go have a bath. You contemplate life at 11 p.m. on a Friday night in a zombie apocalypse with a baby next door. I mean, to be fair, really understandable, you know, because I can imagine that if this baby cries, the whole house gets woken up. Honestly, Tio's probably getting the best night's sleep right now, and yet he is the one that is sleeping outside in the snow, which really just shows how absolutely disastrous this is. Also, both horses just like chilling like really far away, which concerns me because as we've seen, zombies can ride horses. I don't want a zombie to steal a horse, okay? Funny. Oh God, all of this bloody diaper trash is gonna be the death of us because it's gonna be filling up this bin. It's gonna be, oh my God, can you imagine? Sorry, I just thought putting diapers, like used nappies in the bin that is in the kitchen, and also like an open floor plan. The whole house is gonna have a certain scent to it. Okay, let's not use the word scent. A certain stench to it that I don't think anyone wants. So that's gonna be fun. Also, you did pee yourself. Really proud of you, Adalynn. Really proud of you. That sounds sarcastic, but genuinely, I am actually very proud of her. Honestly, even if they're not tired, I'm kind of just forcing everyone to sleep anyways. Because also, that was just talking to the horse. That makes total sense. Because low-key, like, I feel like it's best. Oh my God, the laundry's out here. Oh God. Oh God. It's all full. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay. Disaster, disaster, disaster. But even if they're not really tired, I'm kind of just feeling like it's best for them to all sleep through the night. I'd rather them get back to our usual schedule. So even if they are like wide awake, I'm just forcing them to sleep because I'd rather them get up at like, I don't know, 7 a.m. rather than, you know, like 4 a.m. and then they have to go to bed really early. I do not want to get them into the habit of that. That really hurts. That really hurts. Like a lot. So Erin's gone ahead and gotten up for— oh my god, did you see that? Was that Nico? That was really scary. That was like horror movie jump scare level. She's gone ahead and woken up at first. So she's gonna kind of just go around harvesting the crops, watering the plants, getting everything ready for the morning, because she doesn't really feel like anyone else is gonna be taking care of anyone of themselves at the moment. So she feels like probably best to maybe get everything set up for the morning, and that just works out for the best. Also, it's almost Taylor's birthday. Oh my god, no. What do you mean? That is not happening yet. Thank you. But when she comes over in the morning to go and look over at the crop shed, she runs over and she notices that all of the crops are completely and utterly gone. As she looks at them, she's like, what? How have all of the plants just gone right now? This doesn't make any sense. So she just goes inside to wake up Kristen, Miles, and Nico, because she is panicking and she does not know what has happened right now, and to show them and to make sure that she's not dreaming and that she's not having a nightmare right now. So they all quickly get changed and walk over to the crop shed, where they all look around and they're like looking at the ground and they're like bending down and they're like, this doesn't make any sense. And Miles just looks at like, Erin, have you done this? Like, how has this happened? What exactly are we looking at here? The crops are gone. I don't get it. And Erin just says, no, like, I haven't done anything, okay? I came out here, like all of you guys, and I looked down and they were all gone. And I don't get what's happened right now. But more than anything else, what the hell are we gonna do about food? We only have like a few crops inside and that is it. So as they're all panicking, as they're looking at the crops and thinking, what the hell are we gonna do? It's the middle of winter. We have like barely any food anyways. And now we also have a baby to feed and the crops are all gone. And as they're all trying to think about what could have possibly happened and how on earth all of these crops could just be gone, Erin's first thought is, what if they've been stolen? Like, that makes a lot of sense that someone's stolen it. And then she puts two and two together and she realizes that that guy, that weird, creepy guy from the town, could have easily followed her back to the cabin without her noticing and could have just took everything from them to use for himself and to get crops, because he could have easily saw all of these crops and thought to himself, this is a great place to steal from, and he could have just took everything in the middle of the night because they were here yesterday. So Erin just turns around and just tells them all the story of what happened in town. Like I say, she has yet to tell anyone since the first time she's saying what's happened, just because they were all so distracted. You know, she didn't feel like it was the right time or anything, and she didn't feel like it was that important to say because she didn't think anything of it. You know, she checked behind her to make sure the guy wasn't there because she was scared that he was going to follow her back to the cabin, and that's exactly what he's done. You know, he said, oh, like, I had other people there, and maybe they weren't other people. Maybe he'd stolen that survivor camp. Maybe the friends that he had lost were actually just survivors that he took the camp from and maybe killed. So she is panicked right now. She is freaking out. She's telling them what happened and she's thinking, oh my god, how could I be this stupid? How could I be this dumb to let this guy? I knew he was creepy. Like, I didn't say my name or where I was coming from, and I tried to really get them off the track, I swear, guys, and so I don't know how this happened, and I just can't believe that this happened. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it through more. And Nico's just like, Erin, it wasn't your fault, okay? First of all, we were the ones that left you in town, okay? This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that. But also, like, you didn't know that he was gonna come here and steal everything. There's no way you could have possibly known that, so it's okay, okay? And they're just looking over at Erin and like holding onto her shoulders and just like, it's not your fault. We'll figure this out, okay? So they're all starting to really freak out right now because they have no idea how on earth they're gonna survive winter without these crops. As I said, they have one in the bathroom, then they have one here, and then they also have these ones outside, but that is it. Thankfully, they also have some stuff in Erin's backpack, but it also means that they're gonna have to start the crop growth from the beginning. Not only that, but because half these plants don't even grow in winter, this is gonna take a long time because they only really have the inside of this to actually grow plants. Honestly, this is the worst thing that could have happened in this current moment because they all need their strength right now, and food is the way to go. And obviously it hasn't been the most nutritious food, but it's still food. So Kristen's like, okay, this is really bad, okay, but we could just expand this, right? Like, if we expand this out a little bit, then we could have more crops to grow on the inside, right, Miles? And Miles is like, I guess so, yeah. I mean, I guess that's how it works. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know much about it, but I guess that's kind of how it works. Nico's like, yeah, exactly, right? So we could just expand it and plant more crops on the inside. That's fine. So they've all gone ahead and spent some time helping Miles be able to expand out this. It took a long time, but they managed to do it in the end, and this now means that we have another 2 extra on the inside that he'd already crafted, so they just took the ones from outside and put them in here. So that means we now have 8 over here and then another 8 over here, places to grow stuff. And then they also put a couple more in here, so we have this one here, and this one here. So as much as this is not ideal and it's getting quite cramped in here with all of the planter boxes, this is the only way that they can think of to kind of get this solution. Erin just feels so guilty guilty, even though she shouldn't, obviously, but she does feel very guilty. Well, I mean, to be fair, she doesn't even know if it was the guy, you know, she doesn't know that for definite or anything, but she kind of thinks, well, it makes a lot of sense, you know, it was literally the night after, and obviously he'd choose to go in the night because, you know, smart decisions from a horrible guy. So drat, it's bats, plasma bats. Oh my god. Miles, no. Oh my god, do not get bitten right now, my guy. Being attacked. Oh my god. Oh, this is horrible. Poor guy. Jesus Christ, he's just done all of this as well. So Erin, you can go ahead and stop planning stuff. This is just this is not good in the slightest for any of them to have to do. They're all knackered still, and you know, none of them are particularly doing great right now, and to have to start from scratch with doing this is really not great. You know, she has quite a lot of carrots, thankfully, and some other stuff, so it's not like the biggest setback in the world or anything. Like, you know, it's not gonna really affect them to a massive extent, but it still is gonna be a long time before these crops grow again. You know, it does take a while, especially during winter, and it's also a lot of effort that Erin has to do, and yeah. Oh, and Adalynn and Halo just became best friends. That's so cute. I'm really trying to plan as much variation as possible because I really want them to have as much like nutritional stuff as possible and as much variation. I just think that that's healthier for them, if I had to guess. So I'm really trying to make sure we do that. They also decided not to tell Adalynn about the crops. I mean, it wouldn't probably come up in conversation anyways. Honestly, she probably wouldn't even notice, since she is spending all of her time in the room right now. She hasn't really left. She is probably quite stinky. She's maybe gone out to pee once, but that's about it, and it's not healthy for her nor for the baby. But it's really emotional, you know, just after giving birth and then having to deal with this. I can't even imagine the amount of emotions you'd be feeling. I don't really know much about pregnancy, but I can imagine that, you know, your emotions would be heightened and you'd be feeling a lot more things. Your hormones would be all messed up, and I do not envy her right now. I think this is a horrible situation, and honestly, I really apologize for being the one that put you in this place, babes. I really do. But she's kind of just like sitting on the bed holding the baby. Obviously we can't do that in Sims because Sims babies are literally objects rather than actual beings, but alas, that is not my problem. But Adalynn is kind of just holding onto the baby. Obviously she thought she'd have Hazel to help her out with this part of it, and with, you know, taking care of the baby. She never asked her any questions about what would actually happen after the baby came, which she really regrets right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's not like just sad about, oh, I don't have someone to help with the baby. That's not the truth. Obviously the main thing that she's sad about is obviously not having a friend there, and the fact that she's gone, and the fact that she's not with us anymore is playing on her mind so much. But she is also thinking about the fact that like this baby only has her, and she really thought that she would have Hazel as well, and she's kind of just feeling very overwhelmed in the fact that she doesn't really know what to do. Like I say, she asked her a load of stuff about the pregnancy and what's gonna happen when she gives birth. She never really asked her anything about the aftermath of the birth and how to take care of the baby and how to change a nappy and how to breastfeed and how to whatever. And again, I don't know much about pregnancy, so I don't really know, but you know what I mean. But she tries to just calm herself down and think about what stuff Hazel told her and about just knowing once the baby gets here. And honestly, she's, oh my god, she's got the family oriented trait. That is such good timing, because I was just about to say, she's honestly feeling like her motherly instincts are way better than she ever expected. And the fact that she's just got this new personality trait of being family oriented is literally so perfect, because she never expected to feel the amount of love that she's feeling for this baby right now, and she never expected to be able to do this. No way, the baby's just aged up. No, we're all good. Oh, it was just a personality trait. I thought the baby was aging up. I was like, absolutely not, darling. Not yet, not yet. But she kind of never expected to herself to feel like such a mother so quickly. Her instincts have kicked in, and she's really proud of herself for it, because she kind of just knows what to do, and she really never expected that. She really thought she'd have to have someone holding her hand. She thought Hazel would be there literally holding her hand this entire time and taking care of the baby more than her. But maybe she's kind of thinking, maybe I am meant for this. Maybe this wasn't like some accident. I mean, it was an accident, but we don't talk about that. Maybe having this baby was what I was always meant to do all along. And it sounds really cheesy. I know, I'm talking right now like she's thinking this in a brain. She's like, oh my god, that sounds so cheesy right now. It's so cliche, but like I kind of do. I'm kind of happy that this baby's here. Like, I'm very happy that she's here, and I honestly, I don't know what I'd do without her anymore. So anyways, guys, I'm going to leave this episode here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As I said, because obviously the last episode, so much happened, and the baby came, and Hazel died, and there was so much happening. This is probably more of a slow, shorter episode, because I just kind of want to take a breather from the last episode, honestly. It was honestly the most fun I've had recording this series this entire time. That last episode was the most fun I've ever had filming it and editing it. It was just a joy to film. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and hopefully you don't mind. This one is a little bit slower, a little bit more calm and collected. So it's honestly just been a really depressing episode, let's be honest, but the baby is still so cute. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the future of this series. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and everyone, and I'll see you guys in a video. I love you guys. Bye. I'm so sorry.